Hello everybody, my name is Alan and welcome to Crimicide, the show where we unravel the truth of the world's biggest mysteries. Now today's episode is another one of those cases that I never even planned on doing until it just kind of happened. I knew the moment it happened, I had to cover it. And I'm talking about the Georgia Guidestones. As you all know, they've been destroyed, and I'll touch on that as well as the history of the Guidestones themselves. Also, stay tuned for the end of the episode. I've got an announcement coming up for Crimicide Paranormal. It's different. It's just it's an ordeal. But I'll tell you more about it at the end of the episode. And with that, let's get to it. Throughout human history, structures have been built with purposes largely lost to society today. Whatever function or purpose these structures had are now long buried with their creators. But the subject of today's video shows that mysterious structures, like those built in the far past, can be erected in the modern age, but still hold mysterious secrets we may never truly know. I'm, of course, talking about the Georgia Guidestones. As I'm sure everybody knows now, the Guidestones were destroyed recently by an unknown perpetrator, and as a lover of crime, and almost more so history, I feel it'd be good to go over the history and the tragic destruction of this modern mystery. And while I have my own idea on who was behind it and why, I feel it would be best for me to refrain from inputting my own theories, for fear that my personal bias could have influenced my decision, and that ultimately it would get in the way of my philosophy to tell the truth. And with that, let's get into the history of the Georgia Guidestones. Known as America's Stonehenge, the Guidestones were erected seemingly in the middle of nowhere, 100 miles from Atlanta, Georgia in 1980, by someone that went by the pseudonym Robert C. Christian, through the Elberton Granite Finishing Company. The statue was built to function as a compass, a calendar, and a clock, and was built to, quote, withstand catastrophic events, end quote. But I suppose they skimped on that last part. Ever since their construction, the stones have been at the center of never-ending controversy and criticism. The cause of the controversy is, of course, the true purpose of the stones. While the stones guide people in several ways, its ultimate guide is engraved on its face. The stones have the exact same message in English, Arabic, Swahili, Hindi, Hebrew, traditional Chinese, and Russian. This controversial message is a list to guide humanity to prosperity, and to pad the runtime of this video, I'm gonna read the list verbatim. 1. Maintain humanity below 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. 2. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. 3. Unite humanity with a living new language. 4. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. 5. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. 6. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. 7. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. 8. Balance personal rights with social duties. 9. Prize truth, beauty, love, and seeking harmony with the infinite. 10. Be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. These are the rules Christian gave humanity to thrive. A new 10 Commandments in a sense. Since their reveal, the stones have stirred controversy, specifically with the Christian community and conspiracy theorists, many of which claiming the stones are satanic in origin, or promoting the conspiracy that the government is starting a new world order, even being the subject of vandalism in 2008 with the message, quote, death to the new world order, end quote, spray painted on it. And again in 2014 when the FBI investigated an incident where another message was spray painted across the stones, this one reading, quote, I am Isis, the goddess of love, end quote. After this incident, a CCTV camera was installed at the site. The stones have remained untouched until their bombing in July 6, 2022. Before we get into the destruction of the Georgia Guidestones and the current news surrounding it, I'd like to ask you guys to comment, like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for updates on more of my content. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers before I move early next year, so if we could hit 1,000 subscribers before 2023, it'd be extremely appreciated. It helps the channel, a lot. I don't really do this for the views, it's just for fun, but if this is something I could do eventually and make money off of it, man, that would pretty much make my life. That'd be amazing, because currently my job, kind of sucks. Also, remember, this channel is supported by Ulti Energy. If you want 10% off their products, go ahead and click my link in the description and enter promo code CRIME98 for 10% off on any of their awesome products. And with that, let's get into the destruction of the Georgia Guidestones. On July 6, 2022, CCTV footage captured an explosion at the site of the Guidestones, destroying one of the slabs that supports the structure. Soon after, city officials demolished the rest of the statue as the explosion rendered it structurally unstable and therefore unsafe. The destruction of the stones was met with shock for many, and with glee and happiness by the Christian community, calling it a, quote, a win for God, end quote. Personally, I'm extremely disappointed by the senseless destruction of a mysterious, fascinating, and well-built monument. As of the writing of this script, no arrests have been made. However, CCTV footage provided by 11 Alive shows a figure fleeing the scene after the explosions, which I will show now. Obviously, this isn't exactly damning footage, and some were even skeptical that it was bombed in the first place, some thinking that lightning struck it as, quote, divine intervention, end quote. However, footage recently released shows a suspect planting, investigators speculate, the bombs that would destroy the monument and fleeing in a silver vehicle, possibly with an accomplice. Let's check that out. Again, as of the writing of the script, no arrests have been made and no suspects have been named. But this is still a recent development and the FBI is working to find the ones responsible for this senseless crime. A very unceremonious end to a neat little statue whose only crime was existing in the first place. If that isn't symbolic, I don't know what is. Again, I won't voice my own theories on who could be responsible and why based on my own bias, and I don't want said bias to corrupt the truth, which would be a massive faux pas on my part. I may put out an update on the official TikTok should any more come out of the investigation, but for now, all we can do is shake our heads in disappointment after seeing an incredible and mysterious structure reduced to gravel overnight. Thank you so much for watching today's episode, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this look into the history and current news surrounding the Guidestones. Personally, I honestly hope if the creator cares enough, or if somebody cares enough, they replace them. Because honestly, it was just a cool little tourist attraction, and I personally really wanted to visit before they got destroyed. Moving on to the news on Crimicide Paranormal, it's gonna take a bit longer than I expected to get that ball totally rolling. I thought I could do it, but man, there's just so many hoops to jump through. It's such a huge process that I didn't really think about it too much. And with the crew I'm trying to work with, we just can't get the days off together because obviously I don't do YouTube full time. If it were a full-time job, this would be so much easier, but currently we have to work around our own work schedules, and that's just not happening. So what I'm currently planning on doing is giving Crimicide Paranormal, like the show itself, to my friend Jake. You guys remember Jake?
Oh.
Did you just put that in your mouth?
No.
I should watch that again and see.
No, I didn't.
We'll fucking see. Yeah, that Jake. But since he's such an avid lover of the paranormal, I figured it's fitting to give him Crimicide Paranormal while I continue with the main channel as well as True Stories and Drinking Out Loud, of course. Hannah has the TikTok, even though I really just shitpost there sometimes myself. But yeah, that's currently it for Crimicide Paranormal. It's gonna come. I don't know when. I'm trying to get the equipment over to Jake, and he's gonna record the episode with Hannah while I record the history and my speculation at the end. Because I mean, I've been to the place. I know what it's about. But we're still trying to get that ball rolling. It's just been a bit more difficult than expected, and I apologize for that. It may not even come out this summer. It may be like autumn or maybe even winter before we get a video out about it. But we're really trying. We're pushing hard. So yeah, ring that notification bell if you want to be notified when it's coming out, because it's going to be a doozy. We're putting in a lot of effort into it. I've already sunk a bit of cash trying to make this happen, so it's definitely going to happen. But that'll be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it once again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.